What's up, everyone? I hope everyone is having a great day. So there was a article, and I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to paraphrase a little bit. It was published by the Harvard Medical School, Harvard Health Publishing, and the headline is "Why Worry About Your Waistline? Excess fat around your midsection is especially dangerous for your heart." Now, you may have heard this before, and if you haven't, here to give a quick summary of the article and give you my overall thoughts. So basically, over the past 20 years, the average waist circumference, and I'll try to put some visuals if possible in this video to help you. Anyways, the average waist circumference for men is now 40.2 inches, excuse me, up from the 39 inches recorded in 1999 to 2000. So in the past 20 years, roughly, men's waist circumference has gone up over 1 inch, and for women, similar. It rose from an average of 36.3 inches to 38.6 inches. So women actually went up over 2 inches. And why is this a problem? The main thing is, according to Dr. Hamdi, he's a medical director at Harvard. Uh, as your waistline expands, quote, as your waistline expands, so does your risk of cardiovascular health. Belly fat, what doctors refer to as visceral fat, turns out to be very different from the fat that accumulates in the hips and thighs. But even though some people are predisposed to larger midsections, there's a lot you can do to remedy the problem, end quote. So here's a little chart. So for women, if your waist in inches is above 35, you're at high risk. And for men, if you're 40 inches or up waist circumference, you're at high risk. And you might be asking yourself, a high risk for what? Well, one of the things is cardiovascular disease, but the other thing is type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes, excuse me. There's something that the article mentions. It's called lipotoxicity, and it affects the nearby pancreas, hampering its ability to produce insulin, the hormone that carries glucose into the body cells. So, in layman's terms, you basically have an increased chance of type 2 diabetes, which is something that you do not want. And the people that are more vulnerable to getting a bigger midsection, it has to do with your genetics, your ethnic background. It talks about it's less common amongst people in Mediterranean countries, uh, but for like Native Americans, Hispanics, certain Indians, and people living in India and South Asia have a higher likelihood of getting this abdominal obesity. But there are things that you can do, and this is what I think everyone should do this regardless. But you want to eliminate or try to cut down a lot on the sugar, the sodas, the cookies, pastries, ice cream, just canned juices, stuff like that. The white flour, the Dr. Hamdi refers to the P's and B's you want to try to minimize: pasta, pizza, bread, and bagels, and then the starchy foods, the white potatoes, rice, and corn. So this is a lot of stuff that I already recommend. So that's pretty much it for the article. So what you want to do, just right here, just get a not a tape measure, just a measuring tape. And what you want to do is put it right at your belly button and then wrap it all around to where your belly button meets, and then just read that number. And if you're above the recommended, if you're above 35 for a woman and above 40 for a man, you definitely want to try to cut down on the starchy carbs, the overall calories, and get a little bit more active, because, like I said, heart disease is still the number one killer, and or you don't want to get type 2 diabetes. The one thing I will say before I depart is, when you take your measurement, make sure you do it consistently, meaning to do it at the same time of day. I recommend doing it first thing in the morning after you've taken a crap and taken a piss, and then just measure it. Now, I don't think there'll be that much of a difference if you didn't do that, but it's all about accuracy. This is your health you're talking about. For instance, if you take it one day, or you take the measurement one time early in the morning, and then the other time you take it late night after you've eaten a lot, there could be a little bit of a difference. So, like I said, do it first thing in the morning, and this is the same advice I give when you want to uh, track your weight when you're weighing yourself. So, anyways, that's it for this video. I just want to do this video, obviously, to talk about the article and just to make sure you're aware of this. Men tend to hold their fat around the midsection, the women in the thighs and hips, but this doesn't mean that women are off the hook. And you should also take into account that expanding midsection. That's my time for this video. Comments, questions, always welcome. Subscribe for more content. I'll talk to you later. Bye.